Okay, so we are live. Hello, everyone. Okay, I did not have my microphone unmuted. Okay, so here we are. It's cool. I was, for starters, telling you guys how funny I thought it was that I was able to add all these really cool things. The countdown clock was really cool. My slides are really, really cool. I can tell you guys that I have some really neat things that I want to share with you guys. If I can be honest with you guys, it's been a few years since I've done my podcast. It's been a few years since I've done anything like this. My name is Robbie Page. Let me introduce myself to you guys quickly. I am 53 years old. I'm a Texas girl. I'm a Peloton fanatic. I love Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. I love me a good glass of Cabernet, and my calling is women. Period. The end. Now, listen. Probably one of the hardest callings of your life is to be called to women because, we'll do a whole podcast about women. But for now, let's just stay positive. But I do love women, you guys. I love to pour out any chance that I can get. So maybe some of you guys have been on my podcast. Maybe some back in the days, maybe some of you guys have been on my Periscope. Any Periscopers out there? Maybe some of you guys have attended my morning show on Facebook, which I'm transferring over to doing this now. So if you're used to me going live on Facebook, I want you to get used to me going live on podcast, okay? And so I'm very excited. I wake up every single day and I ask God, where can I add value? What can I pour out? If you guys follow me on, look at Wendy's like all the things. Yay, Wendy. If you guys follow me on all the socials, if you will, you'll know that on Insta Story, I just recorded a TikTok and just put it up before I went live on here about miracles are in your mouth. And so I always pray, what's one thing that I could add value to these women? Gen X women is my vibe, girls. Where's my Gen Xers? Now, listen, that doesn't mean that if you're not a Gen Xer, you don't belong. You always belong to my family. I'm just here to tell you that. You're always invited to my parties. But my heart is those of us that are in the Gen X season. Now, that may not be you, but listen, it will be you. I wasn't a Gen Xer either until a few short years ago. It's still, if the shoe fits, wear it. That means if anything's going to be in your future, it is for you as well. Empty nesting. I'll tell you one of the topics that's near and dear to my heart. I can see some of my girls on here is being a boy mom. Being a mom surrounded by all boys. Now, I'm not saying you have daughters and a son. Yes, shout out to you as well. I'm talking about those of us that only have boys. I think your daughter saves your sanity every now and again. Your daughter's still pink. Where's my boy moms? Tell me in the comments. But for those of us, Helena, same thing, all the things. For those of us who are not surrounded by any pink, it's a whole different world. And there's some vulnerability in that I want to share with you guys. There we go. All my boy moms. April's boy mom to 2. Wendy's got 3 boys. You're going to hear from Marguerite here in a minute. She's got 4 boys. I've got 2 boys. Y'all, it's really a different world. If you don't have boys, that's okay. You still belong as well. So I'm Robbie. You're you. We're together. And this is so exciting for me to bring my podcast back. So here's what this is going to look like. I'm going to go live just like this as much as I possibly can because I every day wake up and know that if I could just go live and add value and pour into people, count me in, coach. I'm ready to play the game. And it's funny because, a lot of people always say, do you get tired going live? I'm like, no. I think y'all get tired of me going live far greater than I get tired of going live. Y'all get tired of hearing my voice far greater than I get tired of sharing my voice with you guys. And so I will literally do as much as I can to go live podcast. Now, here's what you're going to want to know. I'm going to put this up here. I want you to know this right here, you guys. You want to text hashtag, don't forget the hashtag, don't forget the hashtag podcast in all caps to my number. What that's going to do is that's going to text you. Thanks, you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Hi, Karina. I'm going to text you guys when I'm going to go live. So is there going to be a consistent time I'm going to go live? Yes, I will text that out. And it's not going to be at 2:00 in the afternoon. October the 1st happened to land on a day that my whole calendar was already full. I'm a morning girl. I like to get our day started off on the right foot, which is why my Periscopes were in the morning. My Facebook Lives were either at 7:30 or 8:00 in the morning. I think we're better together when we start our days off on the right mind and the right mouth with the right perspective and the right attitude. Would you guys agree? Would you guys agree? Tell me in the comments if you guys agree. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's my plan. Be sure that you have texted me. That way you will know. I may say, hey, y'all, I'll be live tomorrow morning at 7. I'll be live tomorrow morning at 8:30. You just never know when it's going to happen, okay? So be sure that you guys text me. Now, I put on my Facebook, which if you didn't comment on Facebook, please go back to that Facebook, because it's going to also encourage the women that will go read those comments, okay? Even though you're not an empty nester, even though you're not a Gen X, you're still a woman. So go to my Facebook post and I want you to comment on that. But for now, I'm going to read to you some of the things that came through and on my text when I asked you guys for feedback of what you guys are looking for, okay? Importance of friendships. Don't get me started on that. Y'all know that I could talk about that for days. I think it's time we get out from behind the screen. The importance of having a circle of real friends and how to find your tribe. Michelle Coolidge is on here. Girls just want to have fun. Michelle and I, along with 8 other ladies, just got back from Chicago. Sorry, that's my husband. If my phone ever roars, you know that it's one of the men in my life, either my 2 boys or my son, my husband. So girls just want to have fun. And we went to Chicago for my 53rd birthday and drank wine and we shopped and we had a great time. Y'all, we're never too old to have fun, but it does take you getting out from behind the screen. Where's my Chicago girls? And ate some amazing food. That's right. Okay, so then the real truth that we don't have to live life by ourselves, that it takes a village, that it's okay to ask for help. Parenting adult children, knowing when to let go and what that looks like. Marriage after the kids are gone. If you haven't experienced that, you will. You will. It's a whole side to your marriage you didn't even know was there. Menopause, perimenopause, hormones, mental changes. When do I medicate? Emotional, physical effects. How to handle it gracefully. Menopause facts. How to walk menopause naturally, weight management during your menopause years. Y'all, excuse me, that was probably the majority of the comments that I got. So you know I'm going to spend some great time on that because I have already gone through menopause. I'm 53. I went through it very early. So I'm going to share a lot of tips and tricks with you guys. Parenting adult children. That's a good one as well. See, a lot of you guys have littles and you don't realize your littles are going to grow up. And so again, even if it's not your season, you can learn because it's coming. Being content where I am in life right now. I can teach you guys that, how to be grateful for where you are, but I don't want you to stay there. I want you to see what's bigger for you. I want you to see that your greatest days are ahead of you. I want you to see that God's plans for you are huge, for greatness, for hope, for success, and for a future. I want you to see that. So yes, we need to be grateful of where we are. Why am I already talking about that? We're not doing that today. How to break the alpha female way of thinking. I could write a book on it, y'all. Maybe I should write a book on that because I had to get rid of the alpha female energy. There is such a thing, just so you guys know. And you can rest assured that when I talk about that, it's going to be fire, okay? Starting over as a Gen X. I love that. Dating and getting your groove back after 50, how to parent, marriage, For the Love of Blue. For those of you that don't know, I have taught, 2 or 3 conferences on For the Love of Blue. It's a series that I wrote. I have an entire video series on it. Maybe I'll run a huge promo for you guys if that's something you value. I've got more for the Love of Blue content than I can even tell you guys, because it's very important that you understand how incredible men are. And we can go over that next time. Finding my purpose. I had several of those. Help for sleep. I'm going to pull in a sleep coach that's going to help me help you guys sleep and what that looks like. Normal sleep for the 5th decade of life. I got several of the sleeps. Preparing for retirement, caring for elderly parents, boundaries with adult children, anything that are hacks for women. I love that. Whoever said that, I love that. And then, of course, grandparenting. I can try. We have a grandson that's going to be 2 in weeks. So, and then it's okay to do things I want to do, even if others don't agree. Gen X boy mama, how to be an empty nester, how to deal with depression, how to deal with anxiety, all the things. Can you guys see how thick and amazing this is going to be? I'm very, very excited about it. Now, I want to share this with you guys. So I'm going to do some talking, obviously, right? This is my podcast. However, y'all, I am going to have guests, meaning there's going to be guests that come on here. Now, what I want you guys to know is this isn't going to be nothing formal. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. As a matter of fact, I am going to have my bestie who's a therapist on so you guys can hear from her. She's a therapist. I'm a coach. We are such a great duo, by the way. So I'm going to have her on and she's going to pour out as well as I will pour out. My TV just came on. Hang on a second. I always have background music playing as I'm working, but if I don't mute it, it'll get kicked back because I don't have the license for it. So hi, Tiffany. Hi, Tanya. Hello, Cheryl. So I'm going to have guests on, you guys. Now, what I was saying was this isn't going to be anything formal, right? Yes, I'll have my best friend who's a therapist. Yes, I'm going to have licensed people on here. But listen, we're just people who are experts in our field. And so we may agree to disagree, but we're just women on fire for what God has called us to do, pouring out what's worked for us. And so I can guarantee you that you're going to have some laughs, that you're going to think, oh my God, did they just talk about sex? Oh my God, did they just talk about sleeping? Oh my God, did they just talk about being fat? Oh my God, did they just talk about that? The answer is going to be yes. I am going to talk about Cabernet, okay? I'm going to talk about Peloton. I'm going to talk about the things that I love. So really what I want this to be, you guys, is a space where you pour a glass of wine and join us. Maybe it's in the morning, you brew a cup of coffee and join us. Maybe it's a lemon water. I don't know what that is for you, but I am here to invite you to come sit around the table with me, myself and me, or me, my guest and me, whoever it may be at the time. I do want to invite you to come, to have a seat, to know that you belong here and that you can ask me anything, literally anything, and I will answer it for you. There's not one question that you could ask that would cause me to, it may make me laugh. No, not wine in the morning, Helena. No wine in the morning. I mean, whatever. If you love wine in the morning, have at it. It may make me laugh. It may make me giggle. It may make me pause for a moment, but I will always answer the questions that you have. So what are we going to do? We're just going to have a good time. All of these recordings are going to go up on my YouTube channel. All right. So not only will you be able, yes, when it's 5:00 somewhere, not only will you be able to interact with us here in the comments like these ladies are doing, but you'll also be able to watch the replay. You'll be able to go back on my YouTube channel and watch all of these recordings. Now, give me some grace because I'm redoing my YouTube channel. Just so you guys know, you may see here that I have started to redo my YouTube channel. I'm going to go back and I don't know if I should keep these up or not. I may put them in the old, but there are some things already up here that you could feel free to go watch if you want to. However, I'm going to completely revamp my entire YouTube channel. All right. So again, most importantly, what I want you to do is I want you to feel safe. Okay. Again, you can ask me anything. We'll talk about anything. I really want you to text this number. When you text this number to me, number one, I'm going to tag you. But number two, tell me what you'd like to hear, please. I may have all the bright ideas. Everyone's already responded on my Facebook post. Please also go do that for the world to see. But maybe it's not necessarily what you need. Maybe it's literally you have something else you want to hear about. All right. So that being said, welcome to podcast number 1. I know I've done a lot of podcasts, but this is going to be podcast number 1. Why? Because I feel like I'm a whole new human today. I'm 53 years old. I'm now an empty nester. I'm a grandma. I'm a mother to 2 incredible grown men. Reagan is 28. Married to Haley. We have our grandson Brooks with another grandson on the way. And then we have Riley, who's going to be 21 in a few weeks, junior at University of Oklahoma, Boomer Sooner. And it's just Brian and I, you guys, like last night. Reagan and Haley live just around the corner. Literally, it takes us about 1 minute to get to their house, which is such a sweet story. If you guys ever want to hear that story, go hit my Facebook post. How we ended up basically being neighbors with them. It will bring you so much warmth, and there's so much wisdom in it because I always teach you can either be a weekend parent or you can be a holiday parent, and you have to choose when they're young. Now, if you're a little bit too late, that's okay. I believe we're never too late with God. God is the God of an eraser. And when we have great intentions for our future, and we have great intentions to go forward, and we have great intentions for what we want to accomplish, God can quickly turn our review mirror into our front windshield. I believe that with all of my heart. So really, there's not a whole lot of damage that has been done. I can help you walk through that. However, Reagan and Haley live just up the street. See, I've got to remember, we're on an intro. This is how I roll. I'll just start sharing with you guys. And so Haley texted us yesterday and said, do you guys want to come over for some chili? I'm cooking chili for the first time. And so, of course, we said yes. Her chili was amazing. And we went over there and had dinner. Then we came back about 7 and we sat on the couch. And as you do as an empty nester, we were like, so what do we want to do? Do you want to watch a show? Do you want to watch Monday Night Football? Like, what do you want to do? And we ended up having some incredible conversations, went to bed. I was surprisingly super early. For some reason, I was so tired yesterday and I couldn't figure out why. I think I have a little inkling. You'll see more of that later. However, at the end of the day, you guys, being an empty nester is so different. It's so different. I've gotten rid of a lot of things in my life. I've added a lot of things to my life. I've done new things in my life. I've stopped doing things in my life. I've got so many things. I'm not the wisest person on the planet, but I'm super grateful that God has gifted me with the gift of wisdom. And I use that as much as I possibly can because I never want my greatest gift that he's given me to begin to atrophy. All right. Okay, you guys, that's kind of all I have for you guys today. Anything else that do you guys want to ask anything? Oh, I know what I want to say to you guys. Hold on, everybody, get your fingers ready. I want to ask you this question. Can you guys see that poll? Could you guys vote on the poll? Which one adds value to you? I want to know. I know there may be things outside of this, right? So like Michelle Coolidge's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Life would go under there. A lot of you guys want to know about me being on the semaglutide shot and the supplements that I do. Okay, well, that will also go under life and under menopause because I got to a place where I was just gaining weight by the minute. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Right? So there's so much behind that I could share. My age, being 53, finding my voice again, releasing pain, what that looks like. Could go under life. It could go under the Gen X category. Empty nesting. I'll be happy to share a lot of that. All right. So you guys have life and menopause. Life. Ooh, are we just wanting to have a good time and talk about life and live life to the abundance? Would it be beneficial for you guys if I did declarations for you guys? Look at these results, y'all. Look at these results. Y'all are coming in hard with life and menopause. Okay. This is why I want to hear back from you guys. I wouldn't have thought that. So the answer is yes. All right, you guys. Perfect. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that this right here is very important. I want you to text me hashtag, don't forget the hashtag, don't forget the hashtag, don't forget the hashtag, podcast in all caps. Okay, all right, so that's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you from the bottom. Oh, declarations. Okay, I can do that. I have just written a whole entire new set of declarations. I have to move my mic. I keep hitting it. I have a whole thing of declarations. If you guys want to do a whole podcast on that, I'd be happy to. Yes, Marguerite, it's so fun. And then I want to say this to you guys. I'm going to keep the end of every podcast as a Q&A. So here's also what I'm able to do. Okay. So watch this. Watch this. Who's got a question? Can somebody ask a question? Let's see if we can figure this out. Did you guys see the Q&A? Did y'all see that come up? Did it come up? Can somebody ask a question? Did you guys see that I launched a Q&A? Can you guys see that? Okay, cool. Can somebody just ask anything? Let's see how this works. Remember, this is a new platform for me. So I really loved the countdown. Were you guys on early enough to see the countdown? Okay, here we go. Where are you going to travel? Okay, see, this is what I love about this. Okay, Marguerite asked, where are you going to travel next? Marguerite, that's actually a great question. I've been jumping in bed at 9 p.m. Okay, perfect. My answer to that is my next will be OU, of course. Boomer. I don't think you're talking about that, but that'll be my next trip. And then the next planned trip that we have is actually at the end of this month. We are going to Banff, to Canada. Whistler, and I'm very, very excited about it. How did you handle perimenopausal? Why did you go anonymous? Who was that? Y'all, we got to be real here. How did I handle it? I will be sure to share that during the menopause season and when we go to talking about this. All right. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? Ask some very basic questions. Let's see. Marguerite said, what was your last podcast focused on? Oh, dear God, Michelle, I don't even know. I don't even know. It's been so long ago. Last time, I would just kind of talk about the current events, and I would talk about, because the last time I did podcasts, my son was in high school, Riley was in high school, and Reagan was moved away. He was bobsledding with Team USA. I was just in such a different season. Then. So that's a good question. I'm going to have to go look. I think it was just whatever. I don't even know. Hi, Helen. When? Okay, when? What? Tell me when what? Jennifer, can you ask me in the Q&A session? And that way I can put it on the screen. And when? Do you mean when am I going to Banff and Whistler? We are going at the end of this month, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be myself, Brian, my sister, Simon, and my cousins, Ferdy and Michelle. It's going to be so much fun. So much fun. So that's what we're going to open up. So will you guys do me a favor and come prepared, ask some questions, especially when we have topics. I want these guys to be able to add value to you as much as possible. All right? Okay, you guys, I'm going to call it a day. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for getting on to celebrate with me, to be with me, what I know is going to be exciting times together. I am so excited that you guys continue to seek wisdom, that you continue to seek to understand, that you continue to seek how to be the best version of yourselves. I'm here for it. I'm here to tell you guys. So I can't wait for you to meet all my guests. I can't wait for you guys to hear all the topics that we're going to talk about. I love you guys incredibly. Please text me. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.